Hello everybody, my name is British Guy Gaming, and today I'm going to be an updated video on my Kotor modding series, basically how to mod the game. It's a video I made all the way back in 2021. I decided to do a updated version for the 20th anniversary, you know, make it better quality so you can definitely hear me better, and make it a bit more simple and straightforward. This modding tutorial can apply to both Kotor 1 and Kotor 2. The only difference is Kotor 2 you can obviously use the workshop, but like I said back in my other video, unless you're getting 1 or 2 mods, never use the workshop because it has too many issues when it comes to installing mods. A lot of them clash and it doesn't organise them properly in priority order. Now, if you are going to mod it, there are 2 main websites you want to be using. There is the horny part of the modding community on Nexus, and there is then Deadly Stream, which has your more popular mainstream mods. Now, if you are going to be using the Nexus, which has a lot more newer mods and probably more active community at the moment, never ever use Vortex, which they go, oh, it's a great mod manager. It isn't. It doesn't work properly unless there's been some massive update in the past few years that I've not heard about. It's better to either get an independent mod manager, for example Skyrim with its mod organizer 2, or to simply do things manually, which is what we're going to be showing. And then if you want your mainstream big mods, like I've said, you come to Deadly Stream. Both links will be in the description, and there are multiple ways that mods get installed in Kotor. The most common way, especially with big mods such as the community patch, is it will actually use the TSL patcher, which is a program that will run, install into the main game directory, and it'll be easy as that. Now, if you have a manual thing, you have to do some dropping and dragging depending on the mod, but I will show you how that works in just a second. An important thing is you want to download your bigger and more important mods first. And what I mean by that is you see all these big mods that are very popular. Anything like that you want to put first and give it priority. And then when you get smaller mods, see if there's any compatibility issues. Normally an author will say a mod doesn't work with X mod. Now, these issues might lead to just some little graphical glitches, or some may lead to the game crashing. Obviously read the mods, and obviously it's to your own discretion. Now, for the example I'm going to be using, I'll be using the community patch, and I will be using this 4K head update. So you simply just want to download your mods, and typically they'll download in some zipped folder. I forgot how to speak. Basically all we're going to want to do is we're going to extract to here. It'll extract, make a folder, we'll open this community patch, and like I said, there are readmes. So again, if you're unsure what you need to do, open with, choose another app. You may be asking, why don't I use Word? It's because I no longer have access to Word. I'll just use WordPads, and essentially you will now get an entire list of things that, I'll be honest, for the most part, no one ever reads. Like I said, there's a lot of information here. Smaller mods obviously won't have this much info. Larger mods like the Kotor community patch, where you've got a lot of people contributing and there's a lot of things added and removed, then obviously, you know, like I said, this is loads. Like I said, they'll tell you about any bugs and so forth, and like I said, a lot of mods put in disclaimers, obviously to avoid certain issues, because as we know, Disney like to sue and shut down things. But essentially, all you want to do then is run the TSL patcher. Make sure you always, and I mean this, you always want to extract it. There may not be any issues if you don't, but you know, just to be safe, because sometimes there are issues, extract it. It's just a few seconds to make your life a lot easier. But essentially, we install the mod, and now you got to browse for the folder. When you want to install mods here, all you want to do is find your Steam apps, common, and then for Knights of the Old Republic 2, it comes up at K, but for Kotor 1, it comes as SW Kotor even. And you just want to select the main folder like this. You don't need to select any of the other mid folders unless you're told otherwise. Hit OK, and it'll start installing automatically. And essentially that's all you have to do for TSL patcher mods. It'll all do it automatically. Obviously it'll take a few seconds to do so because of the size of the mod. Some mods, obviously, bigger the mod, the longer it takes to download, etc, etc. It's pretty simple. Now when it comes to manual mods, it is going to be slightly different, but it's still a very simple process. Like I said, anyone can do it, and I'll be back once this has installed. So after about 5 minutes, because that's kind of how long it took me, little pop-up saying it's done. Just hit OK. Sometimes a window or a text file will pop up, sometimes they won't. It just depends on the mod. And you just want to exit out. And now your mod will be installed. For this one, I'm also going to install the hotfix, just because, well, I need the hotfix. Came out 2022. Exactly the same. They've used a patcher. Just install mods, and like always, just browse your local files like we did just a second ago. And essentially, you'll just keep doing this every time you've got to install something with TSL Patcher. It'll become second nature after a while, you won't have to think about it. And like last time, installs quickly, hit OK, close out of that, and you get a little install log, just in case you want to see how things went. Now, if it comes to manual mods, like with this one, simply extract, open the wrong mod folder, because I'm a spoon, open it, and then you'll normally get folders broken down like this. If it's a bigger mod, it will have more, so it might have modules, and then override and stuff like that. It'll also have a readme. So essentially, it's just going to tell you who made it, who was involved, what was used, permissions, how to install it, which is just put everything in the override folder. And all you're going to want to do, see it says overrides, every single one of these folders you want to put in your override folder in your Kotor. Now, if you watched my last video, you already have one, but if you haven't, then all you want to do, grab your folder, create an override folder, you just spell it override, open it up. As you can see, there's already some stuff in here, and I won't lie, I can't even remember what it's from. But all you want to do, grab all your stuff, drag, drop, easy as that. Now, if you get a pop-up saying, do you want to replace files, obviously that's when you know you're going to have some clash issue. Then it's up to you whether you want to override or replace folders or not. But, you know, like I said, leave to your own discretion. And now both of these will be installed into your Kotor. Now, just if you want to make sure that Kotor runs, simply hit play. We'll wait a few seconds. Now, if it crashes before I load into the menu, something's gone horrifically wrong. It hasn't. We've loaded in perfectly fine. So, exit out. And there's basically no crashes. And now our Kotor is modded. Very loose term here. And now you can continue adding more mods. And you can continue just doing however you like. And preparing for the 20th anniversary of Knights of the Old Republic. My name's been British Gaming. I hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next time.